Mr. Secretary, will the U.S. negotiate between India and Pakistan?
Secretary, can you tell us more about the rescue in Venezuela?
I arrived in Washington on Tuesday morning, 6th of May, because on the following day I had a critical meeting with the Secretary of State, the Honorable Marco Rubio, and we had a lot of critical conversations on issues of mutual importance between the government and the people of Kenya and the United States administration. I want to say that it was a high-level meeting, and it is a situation where Kenya was one of the early nations to have a conversation from the African continent with the new Trump administration. And our conversation focused on matters of peace and security in Kenya. Peace and security in Kenya also focused on our bilateral ties with the United States. And I believe that we have made very, very good inroads, and we have a better understanding of how the priorities continue to unfold in the United States and how they relate to us, so that there's a convergence of their interests and indeed also of our interests. I had a meeting with Mr. Ambassador Greer, the U.S. Trade Representative, and in this meeting we have agreed to engage so that we can deal with the trade-related matters, because you know the tariff conversation is very topical at this point in time. And when you look at Africa, the question of AGOA is more or less coming to its end. Congress, of course, has the opportunity to make the final decision, but we don't know whether they will renew it or not. But every indication is that the enthusiasm to have AGOA extended may not be as strong as it was in the past. So we have to start adjusting to the new realities. And I believe that we shall be having our team to engage immediately with the United States government, so that we can have a conversation that will clear the concerns that may have been arising out of the tariff adjustments that are taking place. That again, I think, went very well. Thereafter, we've had meetings with the Exim Bank of the U.S. I've also met with the DFC because we also want to bring more United States foreign direct investment into Kenya, and to also ensure that programs that are ongoing are supported by American institutions supporting their private sector. We also had a session with Congress where I was able to meet with the chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Brian Mast. And again, this was important because we have to get them to understand where we are coming from and where we want to go as a country as we work together. Finally, we have also had good engagements with the American Chamber of Commerce, because we have been putting a lot of emphasis on economic and commercial diplomacy as a country, so that we can attract foreign investment, we can attract strong partnerships with the private sector players in different parts of the world. So this is the key to it. After meeting the Secretary of State, with whom we also discussed the Haiti mission, the Kenyan mission in Haiti, and I am pleased to actually acknowledge that he gave us assurance that they will continue to support the Haiti mission, and they also acknowledged the very, very critical step that Kenya is playing in providing leadership for this mission. So that was a very, very important takeaway, if I may put it in that context. I will be leaving Washington today so that I can now proceed to the Dominican Republic. And the sole purpose is that we are engaging with that Dominican Republic government so that we can sign a memorandum of understanding that will support the Kenyan security personnel in Haiti in the event of any need for urgent medical evacuation. The government of the Dominican Republic rather, has agreed to support us, and we want to formalize this arrangement. Thereafter, because we also have links with Brazil, I'll then proceed to Brazil to also conclude our bilateral arrangements with Brazil in Brasilia. I said in Brazil we are going to cover some bilateral arrangements because we have an embassy in Brazil, they have a mission in Kenya, and for a long time we have not had what you'd call a joint bilateral conversation. We normally have this in programmed intervals. So I'm going to Brazil so that we can also enter into new instruments for us to continue consolidating our partnership.